It's loading. All right, everybody, welcome to season 4, episode 8 of the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
Guys talking about sticks and balls. Oh,
Uh,
yes.
well, Jonathan, I'll let you talk about your feelings. It's
Rage,
it's a-
fury, irritation, humiliation. Um, I don't even know where to. I guess we'll get the good shit out of the way. There wasn't too much of that, in Game 5. So the Tigers end up beating the Seattle Mariners in Game 4.
Yeah.
At home. We force a Game 5 going back to Seattle with Scooble on the mound. George Kirby's on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. That's a
Yep.
Game 1 starter. Scooble started Game 2, and now he'll be on the mound for Game 5. Outstanding outing from Scooble. Probably one of the best outings he's had, period.
Yeah.
7 consecutive strikeouts broke an MLB playoff record.
Mm-hmm.
Most consecutive strikeouts now in a postseason game. Most strikeouts in a winner-take-all game in
Yeah.
MLB history with 13 or 14.
I'm pretty sure his last pitch was like 101 miles per hour.
It was. It was 100, I think 100, 101 for a strikeout, and that was the last pitch. And then in that 6th inning, Kerry Carpenter smashed a 2-run home run, gave us the lead.
Put us up 2-1, right?
Put us up 2-1. And then Leo Rivas ended up tying the game with I think it was a single, and I can't remember who it scored, but that made it 2-2. Then that's when the shenanigans start. So up until that point, we had a very normal baseball game, a very normal playoff game. Okay, 1 run scored. All right, they come back with 2. Now they tie it. Okay, we're going to the last couple innings tied. It'll be make or break here. Maybe you go to a couple extra innings. No, we went to 6 extra innings.
Yep.
We went to the 15th inning.
And I remember, because we watched it at your place, I remember asking you somewhere around the 7th, maybe 8th inning, what's the longest innings in baseball they've had? And you go 18. And I go, it feels like that type of night.
It did for a little bit. Okay. And then what'd you call it? Where was I? Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was gonna go, it's like maybe the 8th or 9th. It felt like it was gonna be like a normal game, and then you have 1 extra inning, or we shut them down in the 9th, and then I think it was who came in after Scooble. I can't remember. I think it might have been Finnegan, but I know we had Melton on the mound. We had Holton, Canely, Flaherty came in for a couple innings. Kaiser Montero was out there. Who else was out there? There was someone else. Maybe that was it. I can't
K-Line.
remember. Huh?
K-Line.
What?
K-Line was out there.
Canely?
Canely?
Yeah.
Oh.
K-Line no longer with us. Oh, K-Line. Never mind. But yeah, Canely. Canely was I'll get to that in a minute. Going into extra innings, palms were sweaty, knees were weak,
Arms are heavy.
our arms were heavy.
Vomit on his sweater.
Well, guys had dirts on their sweaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the game that they had played, pretty much played like 2 7-inning games.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I remember getting like, damn, this game started at 8.
No, yeah.
By the end of game time, it was 1:15.
Yeah, 1:15. One of the longer MLB games that I remember watching, all the way through at least. But so going into the to the 11th inning, I think we had just went 3 up, 3 down, or we didn't do very good in the 10th. I can't remember really how we did, but we ended up squaring them away. We stopped them in the 10th, went to the 11th, and put runners in scoring position on base with less than 2 outs. I think less than 1 out.
Yeah.
At one point, and that happened over the next 4 innings.
Yeah.
The 11th, 12th, 13th, and then I think it happened in the 15th, because I think the 14th we went 3 up, 3 down or something. and then we ended up like, okay, we were like, okay, that's it. They're gonna come back in this 14th. They're gonna beat us, and we held them. And then the 15th inning, we put more runners on, and we were like, maybe this is it. Nope, got out of that inning, and then they ended up walking it off in the bottom of the 15th inning. A RBI single from Jorge Polanco scored J.P. Crawford. It was I don't even I can't even really describe what it was like watching that. Like I don't even really I can't even remember really what the hit looked like. Like I don't remember it. Like,
I
what it looked
do. I remember it. It was it didn't go that high, but it pretty much just landed between in the grass, like very shallow right field. And I go, damn. As soon as he hit it, you knew it was going to be a single. And I go, damn. Well, that was anticlimactic.
like. Yeah.
I go,
Oh my god.
I go, it was like, obviously that we lost. Obviously, we're not happy, but it's like, even as a Mariners fan, you winning that game, it's not like a storybook ending to that game. It was
Not necessarily. It was two teams that played a really good series throughout the series that just couldn't capitalize
yeah.
in extra innings.
But it wasn't like a dramatic anything. It was
Not really.
It was more of just like, oh shit, we won.
Because we gave it to them.
Yeah.
There were in extra innings. I remember seeing something in extra innings. I think it was in like the 12th or the 13th inning. They had a graphic on the screen, and it said that in extra innings so far, the Tigers and the Mariners had both left 6 runners on base.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And it wasn't just, okay, we left runners on, maybe runners in first and second with 1 out, a runner in scoring position. We left them on base once, and we lost the game. No, we did it 4 times in a row, and all 4 times we had at least a runner in scoring position. One time we had bases loaded, 1 out.
Yeah, that sucks.
Right then and there, you should have just given them the game, because if you blow that, and if you blew it 3 other times, not as bad as that, but still pretty much the same thing. A runner in scoring position with less than 1 out or 1 out, and you blow it.
Yeah.
And Kahnle pitched. He started to do pretty good. I think the hit came with 2 outs. He had 1 runner on with 1 out, I think, and then he walked like 2 guys, bases loaded, and then Polanco comes up and ends it. And it was just a very anticlimactic ending to the game. And I texted Mike the morning afterwards. I
saw the text.
I said
it was in the group chat, right?
Yeah. Let me see. What did I say yesterday? I said I can't stop thinking about that game. It feels like we left this year unfinished.
Yeah.
Which it does. It feels like we were supposed to win that baseball game and be playing the Blue Jays right now.
We would have probably lost game 1.
I don't know, because look at how the Mariners series went. I thought that coming out of the Guardians series, or I thought that going into the playoffs. Like, I was like, Guardians are going to steamroll us. They swept us basically twice in the last month. There's no way. And we ended up beating them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. And then I was like, okay, but the Mariners have the first round bye. They have the MVP race around them. Like, they have Cal Raleigh, this, larger than life player right now. They do have a pretty decent roster. They have one of the best pitching staffs in the league.
Yeah, their pitching staff was really good.
Their pitching staff was wild. And we hung in there though.
Yeah.
We hung in there with one of the best pitching staffs in the league, down 2 starting pitchers.
Yeah.
Basically. We had Troy Melton pitch game 1, who, if you had a fully healthy roster, he wouldn't be on the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Skubal take another game. And the Mariners were also missing a starting pitcher as well. They were missing arguably their best starting pitcher in Brian Wu. If Brian Wu's in the mix, I think the series could have been over before, I'm going to be honest with you. Because you probably would have switched up how you started the pitchers throughout the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think they went They went Kirby, Castillo, Miller, Gilbert, Kirby. I'm pretty sure. So if you would have had Wu in there, it means you have one game for one person for each person rotation. You're not going to start game one with Brian Wu. You're not going to start game one with Logan Gilbert. You're going to start game one with maybe Luis Castillo. You have Luis Castillo out there. Then you do maybe, what's his face, Kirby, Miller, Gilbert, Wu, or you do like Castillo, Miller, Gilbert, Kirby, Wu, or something like that.
Yeah.
To where you have the upper hand and you can time, like you want to send your better pitchers on the road, you want your still decent pitchers to pitch at home, and then for the winner take all, you want the trump card and Brian Wu, who's the person you would trust the most if you're the Mariners, but the Tigers have the trump card as well in Tariq Skubal.
Yeah.
And that pitching matchup was wild. Both teams were really, really good pitching wise. Our bullpen was really good in extra innings.
What's crazy is Skubal was like, he slowed down with pitching.
He did, but then he started to pick back
and
up.
then he picked back up.
Yeah, because I was starting to notice, like, you'd see towards the first, like, maybe 3-4 innings, he was throwing 101, 102, 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then they started at, it was 199, then it was 99, 98 type shit. But then you saw, once you thought maybe A.J. Hinch told him, hey, we want maybe 1-2 more innings out of you. If you can get us there, that's perfectly fine. He probably heard that and said, all right, well, these next 2 innings are going to be lights out then.
Yeah.
And started throwing fireballs again.
And it worked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it did. I mean, breaking those records. The fact that we didn't get Skubal a win at all this year against the Mariners is sickening. He went 0 for 4 this year against the Mariners.
Fuck. Yeah.
He had a start earlier in the year in Seattle where he lost. He had a start here in Seattle just before the All-Star game where they beat us. And then he had 2 outings in the playoffs where he lost both. He lost game 2 and game 5.
That's rough.
And the simple thing, and it's not like game 5 was a lack of run support, because you did get him the run support. You did have the lead for a while, and it was a tie game. It was the fact that you didn't capitalize on all of your opportunities and you left too many men on base. That was one of the things that's been one of the things for the Tigers for years, decades. I remember hearing that around the 2012 era for the Tigers. Like, you leave too many on base. You leave too many guys on base. Grounding into double plays, leaving guys on base.
That's probably the most common issue in baseball.
It's one of the most common, and it's one of the most deadly, too. Because if you don't cash those runners in, you're wasting hits.
Yeah.
Because you figure every person has 3-4 at-bats a game, and not every person on your roster is going to have a 4 for 4 day.
Yeah.
So you're going to have maybe one guy that goes 3 for 4, a couple of guys that go maybe 1, 2, 3 for 4, something like that. Not everybody's going to have the same hits, and they're not all going to be spread out evenly throughout the game. So if you rack up 2-3 hits in the first couple innings and you get runners on and you leave those guys on base, you might not get those hits back.
Yeah.
And you might not be able to score those runs. So you really have to capitalize on your opportunities, especially in the playoffs when runs are at such a premium. I don't know. I mean, every time we had gotten runners on in extra innings, it felt like, okay, this is it. Like, this is where we can cash one in and we can take the lead. They might come back and score another one because they have been getting runners on of their own, but at least we can make them, send them into panic mode a little bit.
Yeah.
But it just never happened that way. I mean, in 4 chances to get 1. Because they didn't score either. You could say the same thing for the Mariners.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. We shut them down too. So if we would have scored just 1, the way that they were playing as well, 1 could have been enough.
It would have been enough.
But yeah. So it was just so frustrating to watch, and it's just, like I said, you feel like you left the season unfinished. Like, we were supposed to win that game. We were supposed to play the Blue Jays, and like I said, going into the Blue Jays, if we would have beat the Mariners and gone into the Blue Jays series, I would have thought the same thing that I had thought at the beginning of the playoffs, beginning of the Mariners series. I would have thought, okay, we had a good run, we got there, but this is where the ship ends. And who knows? If we would have made it to the Blue Jays, maybe we get past them.
Who knows?
And then who knows what happens after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I actually just saw on Instagram maybe 5 minutes ago before we started talking about the Tigers, Tariq Skubal posted him coming off the mound at a home game. I think I don't know if it was what started it was again. I didn't see any other players, like any other team's players, but it was just him walking off the mound, and the caption was "Thank you, Detroit."
No.
So that kind of
Scares me.
that's very scary. You hope that we don't hear something about a trade here in the soon. What am I saying? Here coming up soon. Jesus Christ.
No, damn. He has to get paid.
I would give him whatever he wants.
Give him
To a degree. You know, I'm not
Give
gonna
him 300 mil.
He's gonna want more than that.
Give him 5.
500 over 4 years, or no. I would want him longer than that. I want him longer than 4 years. I would probably want him for like 5 or 6. So you sign him for a 5-year deal.
500. 5 for 5.
No, I don't think you make him $1 million pitcher or $100 million pitcher. I say maybe you give him. You maybe give him 5 years for 350, 5 years 400.
Yeah.
I mean, do whatever, or you get him for a big contract. It's like, okay, we're going to give you $400 million, but we want you here for 8 years. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You hope to God that contract gets done. I will be through the roof if that happens, because we've seen it happen before with pitchers in Detroit. They walk.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, not so much back in like our 1900s history of the team. You had guys like Mickey Lolich, Jack Morris, Mark the Bird Fidrich. Those guys stayed here for a long time. Dan Petrie, Hal Newhouser, or not Hal New. What's his face? The pitcher from the Tigers, way back. Shit.
Don't look at me.
This is gonna irritate me. I had his card in MLB The Show. Tigers pitchers all time. It's gonna really irritate me. Oh, it is Hal Newhouser. Why do you think? There's too many names. Like
the fact that you just pulled that out and then you say there's too many names, fuck you.
No, well, because the Tigers have 3 players way back in the day that all like, I get them confused sometimes. There's Charlie Gehringer, Hank Greenberg, and Hal Newhouser, and I always forget which one is the pitcher.
Oh,
yeah. But it's Hal Newhouser. So yeah, but with guys like Anibal Sanchez, Rick Porcello, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Drew Smyly, Matthew Boyd, who's pitching for the Cubs right now.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, thanks for your service. Get out of town.
Pretty much, it's like, hey, we can help you develop. We can draft you, and you can be really good for us early on, and be a piece that's going to be here for a really long time. And then after about maybe 6-7 years of you being here, 6-7.
Fuck you. Leave.
That was on accident. I didn't mean to say that. I heard it. I heard myself say it, and I was like, oh. But well, yeah. After about a few years of you being here,
we're just going to ship you.
Yeah, peace. All right, thanks. It's like no call back, no second date, nothing. It's like
just foreplay.
Yeah. You're gonna tease me like that. You're gonna take us to the playoffs and not win a World Series with us. You're gonna go somewhere else and win one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right. Cool. I wish there was something we can do, like pay you to stay here, but I don't know.
It's almost like money isn't real when it comes to professional sports.
Yeah, it's almost like a lot of these owners have billions of dollars in their back pocket, but they only spend like less than $100 million of it.
Yeah.
Per year for the MLB team that makes like $2 billion a year.
At least.
Oh, fuck. I mean, plus all like the sponsorships and
you probably paid
these guys
$2 billion in taxes.
Honestly, yeah, they probably pay. They're like fees and like the shit that they have to pay for throughout the year probably is over $1 billion.
Yeah.
For the MLB. I mean, but yeah, no, we don't want to. God forbid you open a checkbook and fucking pay someone to stay somewhere because they're really good. But
Sorry, I'm looking at what Ian Rappaport just
very
posted. But anyways,
well,
all right,
in
I'll talk about that later.
in other news for the MLB, do you see how the Phillies Dodgers game ended?
No.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I did see.
Dude,
I go.
thought, you think the way that our game ended was rough?
No, that's bad.
That is way worse.
I texted my buddy who is a Philadelphia fan in general.
Mm-hmm.
I go, the Flyers lost. It was the graphic. The
Yeah.
Flyers lost.
Flyers, Eagles.
Eagles lost
Phillies.
terribly to the Giants, and then that's the probably one of the worst baseball plays I have seen.
It's just that's something I mean, all respect to Orion Kirkring. I like him as a player. I think his name's pretty cool. Orion, dude, that's a sick ass name. Secondly, I had him in MLB The Show, I think 24. His card was great for me for that season.
Okay.
So I do respect him because he helped me out a little bit. And plus, he's a professional baseball player. This has happened to you before.
Yeah.
This exact thing has happened. Maybe not the exact thing, but you've had bases loaded, 2 outs, ground ball back to the pitcher that you can't really handle the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody outside of coach's pitch or elementary school should know that you throw that ball to first.
Yeah.
That's the most sure out. It's the most routine play in the infield. It has to be done on that play. There's no other play that you should go for. It ends the inning. It's routine. It should be second nature, and he throws it home.
Yeah.
I mean, you see some of these reactions people have online. Jake Storiali from John Boy Media, it looked like he reacted to someone getting shot. Dude, he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe it when I first saw it.
Bro, you're a lot more of a fan of baseball than I am, but just if that's the way the Tigers went out, I think I would have boycotted next season.
I don't think I would have done the podcast today. Or I don't think we would have talked about it today, at least. I wouldn't have been ready to talk about it. There's no shot. I don't think I would have went to work the next day.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have went to work the next day. I'm gonna be honest.
That's how much it would have affected people.
Dude, yes, it would. I mean, if something like that happened where it was bases loaded and Polanco hit a ground ball back to Canely and he threw it home and did that, and that's how we lost that game, dude.
He'd be cut.
He would be cut before he walked back to the dugout. Hinch would be fired before they got back to Detroit. Torkelson would be cut. Fucking everybody except for like Skubal. Freaking maybe Colt Keith, Parker Meadows, and Riley Green will be gone. Everybody. The Phillies, I'm surprised that the Phillies haven't
done anything.
Yeah, slashed earth by now. Because you have guys who show up in the playoffs for you, and then guys who don't. And it seems like a year-round thing. Oh, how are the Yankees in the playoffs?
Die, Yankees!
Yeah. Or how are the Yankees and the Phillies going to get eliminated from the playoffs this year?
Bro,
That's really what it seems.
Did you see Big Papi?
Dude.
He goes, "You can bring Jesus back. The Yankees still gonna lose."
Yeah, the Yankees you're still gonna lose. And then he was interviewing Vladdy Jr. in the locker room, and he was like, the Yankees lose."
He also said, he's like, "Detroit, you had a great game, but
Yeah.
I'll see you in Cancun."
No, yeah, it was.
I go,
I'll see you in Cancun, dude. The way it's
he
so,
poured out his tequila
yeah.
for us.
No, it's so that too. That was cool to see because you heard Poppy talking about the Big Poppy. I didn't pause. Jesus Christ! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Can we edit that out?
No.
Oh,
this
damn.
is live.
Okay, you heard David Ortiz. I'm gonna call him Mr. David Ortiz from now on.
Mr. Big Poppy.
Yeah, never calling.
Poppy
that again. But David Ortiz, you can see that he looked like he was maybe kind of rooting for the Tigers a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see because David Ortiz is one of the guys who's tormented us through his time playing.
Yeah, so he's like, this is little bro.
Yeah. To him hitting a grand slam in, I think it was the ALDS one year, and ended up winning that game. It was go ahead and run. How many times he's homered off of us here in Detroit, and how many times he's gone yard in Fenway. The dude just, it seemed like we were always one of the teams that he did pretty good against.
Yeah,
And
Big Papi was just like, I will see you and party with you in Cancun.
I will see you in Cancun.
The Yankees lose.
But it was kind of cool to see him almost be on the Tigers' side.
Yeah.
Because
I think a lot of people were.
I think a lot of people were, but because he had done that, and I had watched him growing up, and he had done that to the Tigers when I was watching him. Even though he had done that and kind of, I wonder what the word would be like. He was very successful against us. He was still one of my favorite players to watch.
Mm.
So the fact that he was kind of like, dang, like, he had a good game, like
he's like, my parlay didn't hit.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like, damn it. I owe Jeter $100.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, Jeter had a rough one.
Yeah.
Jeter and A-Rod were both like trying to.
Dude, so there was this one that I think it was before the Tigers game, before Game 5, maybe before you came over. Dontrelle Willis was talking on the pregame, and Dontrelle Willis played for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
He came over to the Tigers in the trade that included Miguel Cabrera. Came from the Marlins with him, and he was a very good pitcher for us. Had his high leg kick, fireball of a fastball, really, really good pitcher. His nickname was D-Train.
Ooh.
Dontrelle Willis, D-Train, yeah.
Cool.
And so they have this segment on that show now where it's the D-Train station.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dontrelle Willis. And so he's talking to Big Papi, and he's standing there talking with him, and they're talking about Jeter, and he's like, Big Papi's trying to get Jeter to come over and dance with him and Dontrelle, because they're having fun, they're, shooting the shit, they're dapping each other up, and they're like dancing and stuff like that, laughing and stuff. It's like about to go to commercial break, the show.
Yeah.
So then Big Papi's like, hey, Jeter, come over here and dance with us. What are you looking so upset for? Come over here, have fun. And then Dontrelle Willis is like, he's still upset that I struck him out in the World Series. And it cut to Jeter, and Jeter's like this. He was pissed. He was like, don't you fucking bring that up.
Don't you fucking dare.
Dude, it was so funny.
Don't do it.
I
Jeter
saw
had
it.
a rough one because he was like, the Yankees got it.
Yeah.
He's like, Yankees got it.
And then David Ortiz had the thing where it was like, the only way the Yankees are going to win is if they have this roster. And he put the roster on the screen, and it was like Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, fucking Robinson Cano, A-Rod, Jeter, fucking
Everybody that's
Bertie
retired.
Williams, yeah, Jorge Posada, or Yogi Berra.
Big Papi needs to do more commentating, dude. It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
But
Yankees win. He said win one time. They're like, oh, and he was like, yeah, you hear what I said? I said Yankees win. I said the Yankees win.
The Yankees.
The Yankees.
And
with his
then
Dominican accent.
And then just Toronto was playing out of their mind against the Yankees, except for one game.
Yeah, Toronto did really well against the Yankees, which that was one of the things that I was like, if we did beat the Mariners and play the Blue Jays, I don't know who would have gotten past them because of how they handled the Yankees.
I want Toronto to win the whole thing now.
I want either the Mariners or the Brewers to win because they've never won a World Series.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Blue Jays win, but I would want either the Mariners or the Brewers to win.
Well, since the only other MLB stadium I've been to has been Toronto, they are now my second favorite team.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, now let's move on.
Oh, wait, I have one more detail about the game. So I told you before the game, I think in like the second inning, they reviewed the 1995 ALDS Game 5. I think it was the Mariners, and I think they beat the Twins or something like that to advance to the ALCS.
Mm-hmm.
In that game, Edgar Martinez was up to bat.
Yeah, you were talking about storylines and everything.
Yeah. So he had hit a double in that game down the left field line to score 2 runs. he scored Joey Cora and Ken Griffey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar Martinez was there at Game 5 on Friday because he was the Mariners hitting coach.
Yeah.
Joey Cora was there because he was the Tigers' third base coach.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Griffey Jr. was there because he had this presentation at the beginning of the game, and he came out and I think he threw out the first pitch and stuff like that. So he was there, and then Randy Johnson was probably there because he's a photographer for the MLB, and he has his own photography business.
Hell yeah.
So he played for the Mariners.
Yeah.
So he probably definitely was at that game taking pictures.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have the guy who hit the ball, the guy who scored the first run, and then the guy who scored the winning run, all in the same building. In the same building, too. In the same building, in the same situation, Game 5 ALDS, extra innings. And they walk it off again. Why do... It's just... I should have seen it coming, to be honest with you. And the dude who hit the ball this time...
I'm sorry.
What?
My liver is going to decease very quickly. But that's okay.
What happened?
I've been invited to my buddy's birthday party. So my liver will be gone.
But the fact that you had Jorge Polanco hit the ball, which was pretty much down the right field line, it was a single. Jorge Polanco, I think, is in a lot of ways maybe the same, not the same as Edgar Martinez, but it kind of mirrors it a little bit. Polanco was there in Seattle for a little while. He's getting up there in age. When Edgar Martinez hit that ball, I think he was like 36, 37 years old. Mm-hmm. He was getting a little bit older. He had been in Seattle for a long time, and he had scored Ken Griffey Jr., who was, I believe, at the time, the longest tenured Mariner. Because he had been in the league now for, I think, like 6 or 7 years. Jesus Christ, I did it again. And Jorge Polanco hit J.P. Crawford in, who was the longest tenured Mariner. So it kind of mirrored itself like that. And it was, it was like, wow. Like, baseball worked itself out like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Now to football. Baseball is now,
Hold on. I'm searching up something.
Oh, okay. I'll talk about the Red Wings while you're looking that up.
All right.
There's only a couple of games. So the Red Wings played the Montreal Canadiens in their home opener. Wore those sick new jerseys, too. Those jerseys are sweet. They have, like, matte red helmets when they're wearing them. And they have brown gloves and, like, brown details on the jersey, like, for the captain patch and stuff like that. And so we played the Montreal Canadiens home opener. Got mollywopped 5-1. Not even a competitive game. You had to pull John Gibson, who was this new goaltender you got in the offseason. I really like him. I thought he would be a great addition to this team, but he ended up giving up 5 in the first. I think maybe in the second half of the second period is when you took him out. And he gave up those 5 goals, and there wasn't any offense that we really saw towards the end of the game. It looked like maybe they were getting out there in the beginning and they scored that 1 goal. And it looked like they were going to, do pretty good. It looked like they were moving pretty well. And they just came right back and scored. And it seemed like it just took the wind right out of our sails because we weren't keeping up with them. We weren't skating with them. We weren't, moving our feet on the ice. It just didn't. We were, pretty much like in scramble mode almost is what Mickey Redmond said on the broadcast. And it just didn't look good. That was not a good game. Second game against Toronto. Much better. Wore the same jerseys. Ended up winning that game 6-3. 2 empty netters. I can't remember who scored. Somebody scored. Oh, Evanson scored. Kane scored. Lucas Raymond scored. So that was a much better game.
I watched it at Tin Roof. It was pretty nice.
Man. The Leafs are also in a little bit of a questionable year because they did just lose Mitch Marner. And who knows if that's going to have a really big impact on their offense? It probably will. They're going to have over 100 points to make up. But yeah, I mean, losing that player, they could be a different team this year. They could be a better team. You never know. They could, maybe they make the playoffs this year with like the fourth seed or something like that instead of being one of the top teams in the league, and they end up making it, just barely squeaking in, but they do good in the playoffs. Like they're a good
Yeah.
playoff team, and they actually start to make noise because they lost that player. Not to say that's what's going to happen, but that could be what happens.
Yeah.
And it could end up being better for them in the long run. And then same thing for Vegas. You never know. Vegas could go, or Marner can go out to Vegas and fucking get hurt right away, and then it doesn't even matter if he plays or not, or if he was there or not, or he could go out there and put up 150 points and lead them to another Stanley Cup. We just
possible.
have to kind of wait and see. But Toronto is in a little bit of a, like I said, they're in a bit of a transitional period right here where they kind of have to fill in that gap with another big time forward. Unless you stick with what you have. I mean, you have Nylander, Marner, Matthew Nyes is making a name for himself. You have John Tavares still. You have Morgan Riley, Brandon Carlo on the back end, Ekman Larson. Stolarz has played really good for them. So they do really have They have really good players. So do you stick with what you have now with this new kind of look team that you have, and you maybe start to spread it out, work the offense a little bit differently, or do you try to find someone to replace him? Maybe not as much of a price hike that Marner had, but maybe someone who can score 70, 80 points a year and be a first, second line guy for you.
Yeah.
So, and then that's, I think, what the Red Wings need right now for us is a bona fide first line left wing, because we have Emmett Finney on the left wing right now. It goes Emmett Finney, Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond. If you can find out where the hell Emmett Finney came from before I do, good luck, because I have never heard of this guy before.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I never heard of this dude before. He ended up doing pretty good in camp, I guess, and he ended up getting a starting spot. But on the first line, when you already have Branson Nygaard and Axel Sandin Pellikka.
His last name is Nygaard?
Yeah, we went over this. Nygaard. Yeah. And then Brand Singh.
That's...
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, some weird names. I think it's it's not Sing like Sing. I think it's Seng.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Sang.
Swedish. Yeah.
All right, so.
But yeah, that's Well, yeah, we did beat the Maple Leafs, so we're 1-1. And that was last night.
Yep.
So yeah, I was watching 4 games last night.
So it was Michigan,
USC,
Leafs and
Red Wings.
What else?
Then I was watching Brewers and Cubs, and then Georgia and Auburn.
Georgia won, right?
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to college football.
Yippee.
We'll get the big news out of the way first. Michigan fucking sucks because they have a awful play caller that goes run, pass, run, pass, run, pass, punt.
Right, yeah.
So, Bryce Underwood can throw the ball, but he's not really at his full potential when all you do is run the fucking ball. And it's easy to tell that when he's going to pass because it's 3rd and long.
Yeah.
So it was rough. USC ran all over our throats, all over our defense. It was not good. 31-13, awful. And I don't want to say it's because it's hard for teams over here on the East Coast to go to the West Coast, because Indiana fucking won against Oregon, which is one of the, top premier teams, and they fucking won. So you don't have the excuse now, and you don't have the excuse because Ohio State went into Washington and beat Washington. So,
yeah,
at this point, I'm done with whoever our offensive coordinator is. I think he needs to get fired. Sherrone Moore needs to actually. You have a Ferrari as a quarterback.
Yeah.
I get it. Sherrone Moore, you were an offensive lineman. You like running the ball. And guess what? That is Big Ten football. But at the same point, in the same token, you have a quarterback that can literally gun that thing. So you better start using him more.
Yeah.
And you paid $15 million for him.
Right.
So it was disappointing. Not what you wanted to see, especially after the Tigers lost.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, dude. I don't even know if the Pistons have played a game other than preseason.
I don't know.
They're in preseason right now, but that's besides the point. I'm not really going to talk about the Pistons today because, frankly, I don't give a fuck. So, but it's just rough, man, because we were ranked number 15. Now we are unranked.
Yeah.
We dropped 10 spots because of that loss. And USC is ranked at number 20. So we need to pull our shit to fucking get. And granted, we'll probably be ranked again because we have kind of a patty cake schedule coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But Northwestern just beat fucking Penn State, which when you lose to Northwestern, you get fired.
Yeah.
So James Franklin got fired. Which honestly is deserving. You lost to UCLA, which UCLA won against other coach that should be fired immediately, which is Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith needs to get the fuck out of town.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is what's going to happen if Jonathan Smith is still the coach. Aiden Childs will transfer, and so will Nick Marsh.
Yeah. Aiden Childs, I think I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you were to plug Aiden Childs into like a team maybe along the caliber of like a BYU or like a Utah or a Stanford or something like that, he would be like an otherworldly quarterback.
Yeah, he would be extremely good.
But because he's playing at Michigan State and in the Big Ten, he's not getting the exposure and getting the, I guess...
He's not getting the
experience.
It's not the experience because I think Big Ten is good football. It's his coach is letting him down.
Well, no, I'm saying like he's not getting like the, he's not playing to what he can play like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not reaching his full potential. So let's look at these rankings right now. Ohio State number 1, fine. They are undefeated, so what? Whatever. Miami also undefeated, but with one less game. So they're number 2. Makes sense. Indiana is right after them. They are undefeated. Honestly, is kind of valid. That's valid. A&M, also undefeated. Number 4. Ole Miss, undefeated at number 5. Then you got Alabama, Texas Tech. Oregon falls to number 8, which I believe is where Indiana was. Mm-hmm. So they just flip-flopped. Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, Oklahoma. And Oklahoma just lost to Texas, I think, right? No. Maybe? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I called that, by the way. So, okay. BYU, Mizzou, Vandy, Virginia, USF, USC is now number 20. Texas, Memphis, Utah, Cincinnati, and Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have an issue with any of that, to be honest with you. I don't think Michigan deserves to be ranked with how they played. They played god-awful. I think it was the beginning of the third quarter, and they said they let up 184 rushing yards. I'm like,
Jesus.
Wink Martindale usually has a pretty damn good defense. So what the fuck happened? I have no clue. I didn't watch the game. I was at Tin Roof. I watched part of it. And so it's weird because I don't think James Franklin is going to get hired anywhere but a FCS school or a very small FBS. Yeah. So it's not like heartbreaking. It's just more so I'm pissed that they played that terribly.
Yeah. I mean,
and there's not much you can say. You just got beat.
yeah.
It was classic belt to ass.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, pretty much at like almost every facet of the game.
All three levels, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't. I mean, I have to see what the actual numbers look like, but it was. It looked like it was.
Honestly, the only good thing that came out of it is we still can generate turnovers because we did get a turnover.
Yeah.
I think I know we for sure got an interception. I think that's all we had.
Yeah.
I
think so. It was not a very good game at all.
Did Justice Haynes run for a big one?
I think he did have not a big one, but he did have a decent yardage.
So that broke his streak, though.
Maybe could have, yeah. Like I said, I have to take a look at what the actual stats are. But I do know that he had maybe a 20 yard run.
I'm pretty sure we're banged up, which I'm not using as an excuse, but fucking get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was going to look up their schedule. Let me look up their schedule. It's surprising to me that James Franklin got fired before Jonathan Smith. That's kind of crazy to me. And my buddy is a very big he's a very big Michigan State fan. So we have Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming to us. But according to people in the college football world, they have the best. Washington has the best quarterback, receiver, and running back trio.
Yeah.
So that's going to be rough, even though it's a home game. Michigan goes to Michigan State. That's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I think Jonathan Smith is going to... if we lose to Michigan State, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way. Purdue, I think we're winning. I don't care that Northwestern just beat Penn State. I think Michigan's winning against Northwestern. You say that like that's a hot take.
No, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Maryland? Who the fuck knows? Maryland is... Maryland can be good. Maryland can be shitty. Who knows? And then the fucking team down south moseys their way up here.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
And hopefully we can stick our dick down their throat.
Again, fifth time, number 5.
Hopefully. Who knows? Sherrod Moore, get your shit together. Please fire the offensive coordinator. Tell him to kick fucking rocks and drink a rock smoothie. And move on with her day. I don't think I have anything else for college football. I didn't watch it.
The runner from the Dodgers game never touched home. Look, he completely misses the plate.
So what happens? Nothing?
It doesn't fucking matter. The game's over. So he went back and touched it. Oh, okay. Well, you didn't include that. You just said he missed home plate. Fucking idiot.
Wow, Jonathan. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so NFL.
If nobody actually realized that and that was game, that'd be wild. Somebody probably would have noticed though.
All right, so NFL. Right? You don't have anything?
I mean, go Lions. You're gonna
We're
Kansas City today.
we are moving on to the NFL. All right, so let's talk about Eagles. Just full on got embarrassed by the Giants.
That was a hell of a game. that was a really fun game to watch.
People at work call me Scattaboo now, and I have no idea why.
See, that one I don't see.
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
But they said you kind of look like him, and I go okay, and they go I kind of think you like to yell on the football field, and I go yeah,
Yeah.
like that's fair. The only thing about Cam Scattaboo is I fear for his fucking safety.
Yeah.
Not because he's full on juggernaut and running headfirst into people. I don't really give a fuck about that because he said he'll take himself out if he needs to. He did backflips on MetLife's turf.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm like, fuck.
That's the part where it's like, okay, dude, like, let's be careful.
Like,
Yeah.
slow down.
I mean,
Because that fucking turf has killed 8 people's careers so far.
pretty much. Almost took Saquon's.
Yes.
But I had talked to you about it when we were watching the Tigers game. We were talking about that when we watched the Tigers game. Cam Scadoo said in an interview, he was like, you don't have to worry about me, like, if anything's wrong with my head, if I feel anything wrong, or if I'm hurt, you know, if, like, I pulled something or whatever, he was like, I will take myself out of the game. He was like, I know that my physical health and my well-being comes before the game.
Yeah.
He was like, I have no problem taking myself out.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's good to hear that at least he knows what the right thing to do is, but will he do it? Will it be like a playoff game and he's like, you know, it's like 3rd and 2 or something like that. It's like, we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking like this, like barely standing up. And he's like, okay. And then he runs in and fucking gets, you know, a concussion.
I think he will, like, keep his word on that because I'm pretty sure he did it at Arizona State a couple times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, Scattaboo, you know how people like call people pipples, like, oh man, that guy's a pipple.
Yeah.
Well, Cam Scattaboo is the pitbull because he literally is like the behavior of a pitbull. Like he'll just want to play with you. He just wants to have fun. He just wants to act fucking insane.
Yeah.
And there's no better feeling. There really isn't.
In the post game, you can hear Scadaboo screaming from the
Yeah,
locker room.
and Dable's just trying not to laugh.
He's like, it's a daily thing.
And he's just loud.
Yeah, no, yeah. He just screams.
He's just a football guy.
Yeah.
I want a Scattaboo jersey, to be honest with you. I do.
So I had I think I sent it to you on Instagram. It was the white running backs thing. And it was like, how come the most badass white running backs in NFL history have all worn number 40 or 44?
Yeah.
And it was like Cam Scattaboo, Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
Shit like, yeah. It was,
you know
it was
what's
really cool.
the crazy thing is the rookies get on a plane or whatever and fly, but they all meet up at the same airport before they fly to wherever the hell they're going. And this was 30 seconds into actually meeting each other, like face to face.
Oh, Jackson Dart and
Yeah,
Scattaboo? Yeah, I
he
heard
gave
about
him
that.
a wet willy.
I heard he headbutted him.
Yeah, he headbutted him
Headbutted him.
and gave him a wet willy on the plane while he was asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know how you always see the memes on Instagram, how fast guys become friends.
Oh yeah.
That was like instantaneous.
Yeah.
So, and they're like inseparable. I think that's like the best thing that could have happened in sports recently. It's an
Yeah.
unbelievable duo. It really is.
It really, yeah.
And then you see Jackson Dart leading with his head.
Jackson Dart is going to be, I mean, he's going to be one of those sleeper quarterbacks that's, you know, going to make a name for himself pretty quick. I think, you know, he's going to have the jump start in the career like maybe Josh Allen did.
Yeah.
Where he just steps onto the scene and he controls it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a, maybe not to his level success-wise, but like a Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know, where he's going to have...
He might not have the rings, but he'll have the aura.
He'll have the same kind of mentality at the game, and people will want to leave wherever they're playing at and go to New York to play with him, just like people went to Kansas City to go play with Mahomes.
Yeah. All right. Tea and Crumpets game. kind of boring. 13-11.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it, so.
Well, yeah, it was Broncos and Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Aaron Glenn has been not great as a head coach.
Nope. This might be his first and last season as head coach.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah.
He might not even make it past this season.
Same thing with Ben Johnson.
Well, we'll have to see on that one. But Ben Johnson has a completely different coaching style.
He does, but
the Bears have won.
They have, yeah.
Aaron Glenn is 0-6 or 0-7.
That is true. But I mean, I'm saying, like, you see Ben Johnson go out and win only 2 or 3 games this year. Never know. Maybe we could move on.
Who knows? Seahawks beat the Jags 20-12.
Okay.
It's a weird score, but whatever. Chargers narrowly escaped the Dolphins 29-27.
Okay.
Rams beat the Ravens 17-3. Cardinals lost 27-31 and fined their coach $100,000 last week.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because he got into his player's face.
Yeah.
Which is, what the fuck are you supposed to do, coach? Just let him fumble the ball and be like, here's your roses.
Right.
Bro, come on.
Dude, like, the stuff that you would see, like, when Urban Meyer and Nick Saban...
Fucking right about the next game, sorry.
When Urban Meyer and Nick Saban both coached, when they were both on the same sideline, I can't remember who that was for. Was it
LSU?
I think it was LSU, yeah.
Or Florida?
No, I think it was LSU. They, you would see how they would react on the sidelines to both good plays and bad plays.
Yes.
It looked like the same thing. But it was like, you know that the shit that they're saying, though, is different. So they could look the same and be, like, hyped for a good play and be pissed for a bad play, but the shit that they're saying is different. So, but it's like that energy that, like, you need that in a sideline.
Yes. Cowboys lost to the Panthers. I called it.
Yeah, I think I picked the Panthers, too.
38-27. Patriots beat the Saints. Not surprising.
No.
Fuck. Browns lost to the Steelers.
Go figure.
23-9. And currently the Titans are losing 0-10. The Bucks are losing 10-7. And the Bengals are losing 0-3.
Who are the Bucks and Bengals playing again?
The Bengals are playing Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Joe Flacco is now the quarterback of the Bengals, and they are playing the Packers.
Oh.
So Joe Flacco beat the Packers on the Browns.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that happens
Hoping
again.
he can do it again.
That would be fucking hilarious.
That
And
would be
I
funny.
think that's the first time in NFL history that has happened.
You have to, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. You have to look that one up.
I'm not worried about the 49ers Bengals. Or 49ers Buccaneers. I think the Bucks got it. I really do. Even though they're down, Baker Mayfield is that guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to really bet against Baker, and I tend not to do it as of right now, especially if somebody talks shit to him.
Right, yeah.
He just turns into a fucking insane person. Lions versus Chiefs tonight. I am worried because we are injured in our secondary, and Patrick Mahomes can fucking spin that thing. And I'm pretty sure Xavier Worthy is playing as well. So that is no bueno. So I'm kind of worried about that. And I'll go to Instagram to find it because they posted it on Instagram. Bop. No, fucker. Alright, here is today's injury report for Kansas City. Terran Arnold is out.
Yep.
We knew that. Zach Cunningham, out.
Ugh.
Aleem McNeil, out.
Yeah.
Sione Vake, out.
Yep.
Brian Branch, questionable. Taylor Decker, questionable. Kirby Joseph, questionable. Avante Maddox, questionable. Giovanni Manu, questionable. And Khalif Raymond, questionable.
Damn. That's those first three questionable are big. If those guys don't play, this is going to be. I think my prediction could change. Right now, I'm thinking the Lions are going to win still, but if those three guys don't play, I think it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, it's not going to be great.
No, I mean unless the Chiefs go out there and don't know what the hell to do, unless they.
The thing is, Taylor Swift just made a song about Travis Kelce's dick. So
What?
Yeah.
Stop it.
She made pretty much. The Swifties were like kind of outraged about it because they were like, "What the fuck, Taylor?"
Yeah, it's kind of.
She was talking about how good Dick was, basically.
Damn. Now I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but from what I remember hearing Taylor Swift on the radio and hearing about her in pop culture and shit, that's very out of character for her.
I'm going to pull up the song. I'm not going to play it.
Don't play copyright. Let me look at the lyrics. Let me read the lyrics.
Read the... Hold on.
I'm going to look up Taylor Swift's song about dick.
About Travis Kelce Wood. It's called This Wood?
Stop.
No way. Hold on.
Travis Kelce gets honest about Taylor Swift's song Wood that references his manhood.
All right. Here's the lyrics.
Taylor Swift wrote a song about my penis. Here's my review. That's deadass what this says. Taylor Swift wrote a song about Travis Kelce's penis.
All right, here's some of the lyrics. Daisy's bare naked. I was distraught. He loves me not. He loves me not. Penny's unlucky. I took him back. And he then stepped on a crack. And the black cat laughed.
The song sucks so far, by the way. I haven't even heard it. I don't even know what it sounds like.
And baby, I'll admit, I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine.
Oh.
Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck.
Making something else.
A bad sign is all good. I ain't got a knock on wood. Bars. All that bitching.
All that
wishing on a fallen star. Never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood.
Shit.
It's you and me forever dancing in the dark. All over me. It's understood. She just said that she got cummed out.
Wait, no, I'm reading ahead. I heard that, but I'm reading ahead. This is wild.
I ain't got to knock on wood. Wait, I want you.
Do you see that next line?
No.
Read that next line.
Which one?
After forgive me, it sounds cocky.
What the fuck?
I think that word's supposed to be sodomized. Because that's the only thing that I could think would fit the context, and then
he automized me is what it actually said.
Right? Yeah, but
and opened my eyes. It ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Damn.
Bars.
That didn't sound too bad.
Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet. To know a hard rock is on the way. And today, I'll admit, I've been a little superstitious.
This is and baby, I'll admit.
Shut up. The curse on me was broken by your magic wand.
Damn! What the fuck?
Seems to me that you and me, we make our own luck. New heights of manhood. I ain't gotta knock on wood because I'm sucking that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gotta knock on wood.
All the bad bitching, wishing on a fallen star, never did me any good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. It's you and me forever dancing in the dark all over me. It's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He atomized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Okay, we don't need to read this the thing again. That's
Open
so
my
cringy.
thighs.
Jesus Christ. I can tell you that I will be listening to that in the car.
No, we're listening
On the
to
way
it
home.
here after this.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Taylor Swift.
I want to
That
play...
breakup song is going to go crazy.
Whoa, yeah. That's gonna be wild.
Because she just said basically he had the best dick.
He had the best dick she's ever had.
It's kind of what Ariana Grande did to Pete Davidson.
Yeah. Honestly, she was like, you broke up. I missed that dick.
Bro,
That's pretty much
that
what the
New
song
Heights
was.
podcast is going to be insane. Jason's going to be like, so.
No, yeah. If I were Jason Kelsey, I would use the expression "knock on wood" fucking 400 times.
Oh, I
would be
bet
like-
you he has. They're at Thanksgiving.
Right? Yeah. Oh my god.
Better knock on that wood.
Yeah, it's like hopefully I think the Lions are going to be the Packers today. Knock on wood. Am I right, Travis? Yeah, you fucker.
And also,
Yeah.
he's no stranger to making those type of jokes.
No.
Because he
brother.
he literally said on the podcast to his wife, "Of course you see me hip thrusting. We have 3 kids."
Right, yeah. And the fact that they're both football players like that and they're brothers. And
Yeah.
they're like pretty close in age too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna get so much shit from Jason.
So,
That's fucking hilarious.
and not to
Ugh.
mention, it's not like she can get rid of this song. It's there forever.
Oh yeah, I mean she's one of the biggest artists, not just recently, probably ever at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not going away.
Yeah. Other NFL news.
Yeah. But I also, if we're gonna listen to that song after the podcast, I want to play this one song for you, and I want you to tell me any lyrics you can understand. It's in English, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bears and Commanders play tomorrow. They're at 8:15, and Bills and Falcons play tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Bills.
Yeah. I'm taking the Commanders as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't have anything else. Do you?
No, I don't think I covered everything from the Tigers already, and we went through college and NFL. So.
Yeah.